Welcome to our first tutorial for the Tabletop RPG one-shot group. I am Juice from Tabletop Gaming with Juice, and this right here is going to be a little bit about the one-shot group and how we set up an event and get players to our games. And in this, I will also briefly explain the benefits of doing it this way as well. If you're not a member of the Tabletop RPG one-shot group, you can find the group by typing in Tabletop RPG one-shot into the search bar. Or you can just go to the URL, which is www.facebook.com/groups/tabletop RPG one shot /. So with that, we will set up an event. When you come to this, you'll just say join. When you join, you can then post anything you want in the description here. So I'm going to actually say this is a test for a tutorial video. But what I like to do is I think if you want to play in a game. So for instance, I want to play in Mutants and Mastermind. So I will say, really like, so here's what I'm gonna say. Hey guys, I would really like to play in a game of Mutants and Masterminds. Do not own the game, but I hear good things about it. Maybe we could let me know if you are willing to run it for a group of us. All right, so then you're going to post that. So now pretend I came across this page and I say, oh, I have Mutants and Masterminds. I want to run that game. So I might reply and say, hey, I would love to run M&M for you. Okay, so I would post that in response to the original post. Then I might go to, then what I'm going to do is go to the events page and I would say create an event. So name, for the sake of this tutorial. But anyway, so you wouldn't say that, but you would say at Mutants and Masterminds. And then you might say a rule about it. So you're going to play Mutants and Masterminds, and you might come up with a rule like however many point buy, or roll 4d6, drop the lowest, or pre-gens available. And then in the details, you're going to explain about the game. So it takes place in New York City after a meteor strike. Just an example. So then you can either put the date in now or later, but if you're going to put it in now, make sure it's far enough ahead that you can adjust it, because if the time passes and you haven't ran the game, I believe it will then mess up. So I'll just say February 11th for the heck of it, and we'll say 8 p.m. Privacy, you leave it to the one-shot group. Boom. Invite all members of the Tabletop RPG one-shot group. Now, the reason this is good is because if you just left it as a comment in the original page, it'll eventually fall off the first page and nobody will see it. Or that didn't check it that day, they won't see it. Now, by inviting all the members, everybody will get a notification in the top right. So if I say create, boom, it's going to end up inviting everybody. So you can then create an event photo, so on and so forth. So you can add a location. For me, I'll say G+ Hangouts. Save. You can add an event photo. So for instance, I'll just choose something from my photos. We'll go photo albums, or not my photos, I'm sorry. Add an event photo, upload photo. So you go and find something from it you would want to use. I have, let's just go in here and I'll pull a picture just for the sake of it. I don't have a good one there. Documents. Here we go. We'll just go with this. There. So there's my example photo. Boom. Once you do it, it'll let you drag it and reposition it. So I'll go with that and save it. Let's see. And then if you wanted to, you can create a post here. So point by epic tier, for example. Epic tier 1 magic item. What else could we say? Max gold for equipment, right? So then you say post. Boom. Now I think you can pin it. You can. So if you pin it, it'll then go to the very top of the page. So now when anyone comes to this after getting their invite, they'll see this at the very top. So now they know if they want to create a character, that's the rules for creating a character. So I highly recommend making your top post the rules for character creation. If you require them to submit their character ahead of time, I don't think you can do it through a comment right here unless you hand type it in. Yeah, you have to hand type it in. So that's how you would have to do that. Or if you're friends with them, for example, you could go over and click their thing. I'm using Michael Mitchell as my example. And if you go up to this gear, you can send files to them. So your character sheet, for example. So that's something to keep in mind. If somebody wants their character sent, your character sent to them. You can also do it if you're trying to send pre-gens to people. Do it that way. I highly recommend that way to do it. So that's how you set up your events for running your games with Mutants and Masterminds or D&D, Pathfinder, whatever you want to play. You can use Google Plus Hangouts. You can use Roll20, whatever you prefer. Skype. You could use a chat system, whatever, you know, as the DM or group you guys decide you want to do. That's up to you. So be sure to go out there. Get involved in some games. It's no different than running a game at your table. It's really simple. So again, go check it out. So that's all for this video. I'll probably do another video on how to set up a Google Plus Hangout. So thank you for watching this, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.